Manali. I'm in Kulu Manali. Just confirmed with Kaina. And there's been a lot of very special things I've been learning over the past couple of days from the Grandmaster Akshar. And I just thought, I'll just pop in today to share with you guys a few things that I learned so you guys can take it away, make use of it. Yeah, that's Kaina's hand, by the way. That's not a ghost. I'm just popping out there. Yeah. She's just showing you she's there. Okay, guys, I just want to share with you a few things. First off, the biggest lesson I've learned so far from a true yogi from the Himalayan mountains, and is how he talks about life, and this is why I came on here to share with you guys, because I found it quite ironic. On my last video, there was negativity, a negative person. There will always be negative people, and what can you do with that? The moment, and if you actually watch the last video, the quite ironic part of it is that I was talking about everybody's tuned into different frequencies. If you allow yourself to tune into their frequency, then you start being a negative person and only thinking of negativity out there. And one of the biggest lessons I've got for myself, and I always believe in paying the message forward, although I know there's a lot of certain secrets that it's confidential and I'm not allowed to share with you. But the general gist of it, I think you guys will be able to take it away and make use of it in your life. Are there people on commenting here? I don't even know who. Maybe give some shout outs. Hey?
95 people watching.
Give some shout outs. I don't know.
Annabelle. Saltika.
Hey?
Saltika.
What?
No, that's her last name.
Saltika.
Yeah.
Oh, Saltika. Hello.
Mac said finally got a live talk.
Who else?
Mac.
Mac. Hello.
Pamela.
Pamela, great to see you. Hey, by the way, guys, those of you who are in London, not in London, sorry, I keep saying that. Those of you who are in India, if you're coming to Delhi next week, if you're not coming to Delhi, make sure to come to Delhi. I'm doing a meet and greet and a private open portal manifestation day training. So there's some like private slots as well. For those of you who want the one-to-one session with me with energy healing, we can do that. Unblock any blockages and stuff like that. And then afterwards in the evening, we've got an evening event where I'm going to cover for a group of you. Just a small group. I'm going to keep it maybe around 40 odd people or something. So that it can get a little bit more intimate, we can actually meet each other. So it's not just you see me on the screen and I can actually meet you guys. So make sure, if you haven't already and you're based in and around India, make sure to click on the link. It's inside the description. Make sure to get your tickets. All of the tickets, by the way, I put it on tiny contribution. It's not really a ticket price. The contribution goes directly to our kids out in Kenya to help orphan children out there. So I just thought do a nice cause while I'm out here in India. I didn't have an event up, and I thought I'd put it up because a lot of you always ask me, Eric, when you coming to Delhi? When you coming to Delhi? So here I am. I'm going to be in Delhi in how many days time? A few days time. Yeah. Anyway, I need to get to the point I was wanting to share with you. The biggest thing I've learned so far, and it's something for myself, but I believe that there's people out there in the world who probably need this type of lesson. What I found through my journey is that I've done a lot of projects before. I've built a lot of different businesses before. And although the success goes to a certain point, whether it's turning over millions, or whether it's signing big deals, or whether it's, franchising, internationally. But I've always found one thing within my journey so far is that when it gets to a certain point, I never push past that next point to, let's say, the $1 billion mark, or push to the next, there always gets to this point. And so I asked the master today, Grandmaster Akshar, and I said, what is it? It's like, there's a part of me which says that I'm destined for even more out there and greater things. And I was actually asking that because I've always been an achiever mindset. And those of you who have been following my journey on YouTube so far, I just want to say a big thank you, by the way. We hit 90,000 subscribers today. Whoop, whoop. I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have supported along the way. And I began this journey just the beginning of this year. I was just speaking to Kaina about it. I said, we're going to literally hit 100K subscribers within 7 months of starting YouTube. And a lot of people see it as success, you know. But I think there's a part of me, and it's quite emotional even when I say this, but there's a part of me where it gets to this point of 100K and then I feel like, it was too easy. I want to do something else. And so what will actually push me to that million mark? And because I don't want to shock you guys or anything, but there was a part of me which was kind of like, you know, daily videos isn't easy. It does take the life out of you. And although I know that there's a lot of beautiful comments coming in every single day, positivity, thank you for inspiring, thank you for changing my life, and all these beautiful, beautiful messages from you guys, it's still not easy, you know. I gotta live my life. And so there has been a part of me which has been saying, maybe I'm done. Maybe I've proved my point. Maybe I've grew a channel on YouTube. Maybe I can just close it down and finish now, you know, and do the next thing. And so I was asking the Grandmaster today, and I said, you know, a lot of people look at me today as a master, as a teacher, but I always say that the greatest teachers and the greatest gurus out there, they all have masters, you know. It's like, we need to understand, how do we become a master? It's about understanding that we are students all of our lives. And if we keep that open mind, we will learn a lot. And what he told me today was, and he said this yesterday as well, about a mountain, because he's growing up in the mountains and doing his yoga training actually in the mountains. There was a lot of life lessons learned out there. And what he was talking about, he said, let's say, for example, the top of the mountain was your goal. I'm just going to pass the message on what he passed to us yesterday. If you see the mountain as your goal, the goal is not hard. What it means is, what he said in his words was that the mountain doesn't disturb you. The mountain won't be there to stop you from hitting the goal, right? So actually it's very, very simple. You just trek, and then you're on the top, right? But it's all of the surrounding things. It's all of the external factors. It's all of the other things that are involved that disturbs you and gets in your way. And it's the same thing with every single goal you have. I don't care if it's like wealth or building a YouTube channel or doing whatever you're doing in life. We will always be disturbed because of yin and yang in this world of dualities. There's always positive, there's always negative. Otherwise, if there's no negative, there'll be no positive, right? And so it doesn't matter how much aligned you become. Yes, you can manifest things, and yes, you can attract things, but there will always be negativity there. So the question is, how do you actually not include yourself in the negativity? How do you actually allow that negativity just to pass you without entertaining it and applying any thought or feeling or any sort of emotion? Because the moment we apply emotion to it, it expands. We get a bigger problem. And it was quite ironic because I learned that yesterday. And then this morning, I woke up and then I seen on one of my videos, there's a big comment saying, Eric, you need to prove that you're real. I don't believe you've had successful businesses. This doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I've checked all your background and I've did the all search on your stuff, and you know it's fake and all the rest of it, right? And the natural me, usually I just allow it just to pass, you know, because it's like I don't attend to that stuff. Usually I just delete and it's done. I keep on my positivity, right? But today, after speaking to the Grandmaster, I thought, you know, maybe I need to learn also how to deal with it in a different light. Not attack, not fight back, which I didn't do. It was just about how can I still send love to it, the situation, and how can I kind of make people understand, because I always say honesty penetrates, right? Honesty is the core. If we go speak our truth, nothing can battle that. You know, people can deny, and people will call you a scam, they'll call you a fake, and the bigger you become, the more haters you'll get, and that it is just what it is. And this is what also the master said today. And he said, but how do you respond to it? And we all have this responsibility. You know, in Spider-Man, there's a saying says, with great power comes great responsibility, right? And it's actually very powerful because responsibility, we are responsible for everything. And this is what I learned from Sadhguru in LA a few months ago as well. What is responsibility? We have a responsibility. Responsibility doesn't mean that it's your fault, it's you to blame. But responsibility is your ability to respond. And so a lot of this training is, how do you respond to things? How can you respond to things with all light, with all love, with all peace? And I always say this, you know, if you live your truth, your absolute truth, you live with total alignment, you know? Like at the end of the day, what I was saying was, I live on a house on water. Some people will say, oh, you've got a mortgage on that house. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I drive a Lamborghini. Like, yeah, but you probably leased it. I turned over I made another $1 million last year on it's legit, right? This ClickFunnels like award. You guys seen it? I showed it a few days ago. Oh, that's probably turnover. You're probably not making any money. You know, some people, they have the ability to find a negative in every single positive. And that is how their life is, because they dedicate their life to trying to hate and jealousy and trying to bring other people down, because when they bring other people down, they feel good about it. So what do we do with people like that, right? Let me tell you something. Number one, don't fight, right? I always said this, don't fight. You got nothing to fight. What are you fighting with? The moment you fight, you go into their frequency. Why do you want to be at that frequency? Don't allow yourself to do that. But instead, learn how to respond to it. If you had this thing, and this is what Gabby Bernstein talks about all the time as well. She said, if in any situation, you're in that difficult situation, you don't know what to do, if you ask yourself and you said, okay, right now, if there was the God of fear and the God of love, right? There's these two gods up there right now. And you were to ask one for advice, who would you ask? The God of fear or the God of love? And I'm sure your answer will be the God of love every single time. And what she says is, if you ask the God of love, what should I do in this situation? The God of love will always just say, just send them love. Right? I always say this thing as well. I say love penetrates. It's a very powerful thing. And so I just thought, today to just come up, because it's been very hard uploading videos, especially from the mountains. So the Wi-Fi has not been too good, but we've got good Wi-Fi now. I guess it's in divine timing that you guys are supposed to receive this message right now. And I thought I'd go live, share with you guys a few things that I've learned, because I'm still learning. We're all learning. We're all on this journey of awareness, right? It's just some people are more advanced in awareness and some people are at the beginning of the journey. But that's totally cool, because it's all part of the journey. You're all supposed to be exactly where you are, and you're all beautiful. It doesn't matter how it is. I don't know what it is today. I think all these different thoughts are kind of like, actually got a bit. It's not upset, just a little bit emotional, I think actually one of the big emotional things is because I know that a lot of the time I always feel like, maybe it's enough, 100K subscribers, very short time, millions of views on the channel, a lot of people dream of having stuff like that. And I think sometimes in my journey at times like that, I feel like I'm done, I can just, and I'm going out in a few weeks time with my kids in Kenya. I could just go hang out with them, they're amazing, they're beautiful. If you guys ever have the opportunity, come out with me in Kenya. It's beautiful. And I think it's part of the emotion was because it actually genuinely because of you guys, for the past 7 months, you guys have been a big reason to why I stay motivated every single day, why I stay positive, and why I keep putting this stuff out there every single day. And it's just a absolute blessing in one's lifetime to be able to experience something like this. So I guess I just want to finish off by saying thank you from the bottom of my heart, for everything, for being, even you guys who always comment first. Some of you comment second. I know that Jessica always says third, first, or something. You guys are funny. You crack me up. And it's an absolute pleasure and an honor to have served some of you within this journey. It's getting too emotional. I'm gonna leave you guys. Ciao. Have a nice evening. Remember, those of you in India, come to see me in Delhi next week. Tickets in the description. Ciao. Love you all. Namaste.